decided to assemble a manual Liberty access boat. So, of course, we will need the hull, which is the main part of the boat from here, which is right here. But we will also need the sails. We'll need two sails, the main sail, which is the big blue sail on its mast right here. Then there's a small sail. This sail is called the jib and will go in the front of the boat. And the jib also has a mast with the blue sail wrapped around. Now we will also need a boom. This is the boom that will be attached to the mast of the main sheet, of the main sail. And this is the main sheet, which is a line that allows you to control the main sail. And then there's a few other smaller parts that are also very important. So these two things are rudder pockets that we'll put on the back side, on the stern of the boat, that are essential for steering. And these two parts here, this is called a strut. We'll put those together, and that will help to shape the jib sail. And this is the joystick that we will attach to the steering system. And we like to take an oar with us when we go out, just in case we lose the wind. Then these are the actual rudders. These two rudders will be put into the rudder pockets that are attached to the back side, to the stern of the boat. So also very important. And big part here, which is called the centerboard or keel, this goes right in the middle of the boat and is essential for the boat's stability. So always make sure that you have a keel in place before you get into a boat out of the rack. This is typically how we find it. Now I just would like to introduce some of the lines to you guys. First of all, we have this blue line here. This blue line will go around the mast. This will go around the mast once the mast is in its fitting. And this line is the painter and is used to attach the boat to the dock. We have this little line here, which is called the jib downhaul, and it's used to control the shape of the jib. It will be clipped to the jib sail, which is right in front of here, and it goes all the way from the front through this part of the boat into the cockpit and comes out here, where it can be where the sailor can handle it and cleat it. All right. Then what other lines do we have? We have this line, which is the orange line, which is called the jib sheet, which is used to control the angle of the jib sheet versus the wind. Then we have this green line here, which is called the vang, and will be attached to the boom. Now this line makes sure that the boom can't go up during sailing, so it keeps the boom down, and it will go into this little fitting on the starboard side of the boat. Then we have two reefing lines in the cockpit. So this inner reefing line is the line that allows you to reef the main sail. The outer reefing line is the line that allows you to reef the jib sail. Alright, so this is the main cleat, which the main sheet will be cleated at. This one is the jib cleat, which the jib sheet will get cleated at. We do have this line here, which is the traveler line. So the main sheet will go through this block. Yeah. This is because this allows you how to steer the boat. We can change seats in these boats, so to adapt them to whoever is sailing. And in order to pull the seat out, you have to loosen two pins, one pin on each side of the boat. So you get this rubber out, get this pin out, and the same for the other side, and then you can just lift the whole seat out.
Not tip over. The boat will be powerless because if the sail is not pointing into the wind, the boat might heave.
Now, in order to put the mast in, you want it loose so you can put it in without problems.
Put it in around the painter, into the reefing drum, and all the way down into this little hole here. Before we do that, what we usually do, now we are holding the mast here, and with my other hand I pull on this reefing line. You see how it is turning, and then I'm pulling on that reefing line, and you see the reefing drum is turning. And on the other side I want to show you that there is a reefing knot. This knot should be placed here. It cannot go in here, so this is like a stopper knot. The reason why we are doing this is later when you have to reef the boat, you will pull the line on this side. And it gives you a lot of reefing line all around here up to this side when the knot is here. And this is all, and by pulling this line you will turn the mast and therefore decrease the sailing area. We shouldn't overdo it, just, we call that in German, it's called hand warm. I don't know how
Hand tight.
Hand tight.
The main sail.
Completely unfurl the mainsail. I can take this thing. Just connect it here. Here comes the boom. How it is.
Very good.
Now,
Point at it.
okay, you undo the main sheet.
Yes.
Okay, the outhaul starts here with a bowline around the end of the mast. Goes towards the sail, around the block and the shackle, goes back around this block, goes through this ring, goes through a second ring, goes over a jam cleat here, where it can be cleated. We have the thin line. Goes through here. Finally through that cleat.